this film, there's a meta-reality that is speaking all the time, kind of a exploration of our own things and almost like a therapy.
You wrote this adaptation?
I did, yeah.
And you're directing and starring in your adaptation. That's ambitious.
The way I decided to do this film, it was very difficult.
Our perfect dream actor is not gonna knock on that door and go, hey fellas, when do I start, you know?
Essentially, we are making a play within the film.
You were really good, Cabral.
The challenge was I wanted the people really feel what he was feeling.
You were a movie star, remember? Let's make a comeback. You're Birdman.
My intention was always to have the audience experience the film through the eyes of Regan Thompson.
We're creating a real environment for the actors with incredibly long takes.
I like that poster.
Each of the cast did the most amazing job and supported Alejandro on his vision all the way through. And Alejandro knew exactly what he wanted to do and how he wanted it to flow.
Maybe a little slow.
And then not to mention we have Chivo, an Academy Award-winning cinematographer who's just kind of genius.
From the beginning, Alejandro and Chivo's design is this one-take approach where you're led on this journey from the first scene all the way through to the end.
The way I wanted to approach was from upside down. Every film for me, it's a different one. And this time was the extreme side of that.
Sorry, can't talk. I'm late. Music. You okay, man? The level of difficulty for not only the actors, but everyone involved, lighting, the props, everything has to hit its cue.
Every day was one scene. And all the actors were petrified constantly.
You have to be completely present and alive in every moment.
You had a career, Dad, before the third comic book movie.
It's like being on a tightrope without the net.
It has to work. It's all joined.
I think that alone is such an interesting way of telling a story.
You've got everything interconnected by this seamless transfer visually from one moment to the next. It puts the baton in an actor's hand.
You're becoming a trending topic.
I think the ego is always looking for some things that not necessarily will fulfill you as a human being. This is the battle that this character is going through. It's just to recognize what has been his priorities and where this ego has been leading him all his life.
This is the theater, and you don't get to come in here and pretend you can write, direct, and act in your own propaganda piece without coming through me first.
The city and Broadway is a character in and of itself in the film.
Having come up in the New York theater, I was impressed with how they caught the little nuances of that life.
We shot in a real theater. The story takes place there.
Well, I think the St. James just add a lot of reality to it. I hope that it helped.
And the movie, he makes fun of everybody, hits everybody. People who are movie stars get it.
Have some self-respect, please.
The actors get it.
Why do you act like a dick all the time?
Critics get it.
You risk nothing, nothing.
It's funny
I missed my last 2 periods.
because it reflects life in such a real way.
Are you sure it's mine?
What?
It's an exploration of ourselves.
Why don't I have any self-respect? You're an actress, honey.
I've never seen anything like this, and I mean it literally.
The way in which they tell this story is fascinating to sit and watch.
Not having editing possibilities really make you think many times what you are doing. There's a continuous point of view with no end. I wanted the audience to be navigating in the labyrinth of what he is going through.
This is where you belong. Above them all.
Who was this guy? He used to be Birdman.
What are you looking at?